4 years now, I've been joined by Eric and Kyle as we search the most haunted locations in Kentucky, from old country roads to age-old legends. We will search for the truth and the evidence to prove what we already know is real. We have no boundaries, no limits, and we will do whatever is necessary to find the truth. My name is Zach Fleur. And this is Nightwatchers.
Alright, evening fellow night watchers. We just found Barbara Ann Taylor's grave, otherwise known as Tent Girl. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to head and do a temperature reading. We're going to do a EMF, a live EVP session, and a spirit box session, and then we will pay our respects to Barbara. So let's go ahead and get a general reading around here. It's about probably around the, you can't really get a good reading because it's so far out. So I'll just do the ground around here. Now let's go ahead and do the headstone. See if we can get her to touch her headstone for us. Alright, so the general reading is about 41 degrees. Kyle, you want to come over here and check that for me so you can see it? You see it? Or 43. Okay. Alright, Barbara. My name is Zach. I have Nick right in front of me. We have Joey, and this is Kyle. We heard about your story, and we'd like to let everybody else know of your story, so that way nothing like this ever happens to anyone else. Now, I got this red light here focused on your headstone. We just want you, if you can, to touch that red light for us, or just to touch your headstone. What? Over there in the bushes? It's probably just an animal cow. Block the light. Block the light. Do you hear the footsteps? Yeah. Probably like a dog or something. Who would be out here? So it's 43. Barbara, if you hear me, and if you can, please touch that headstone for me. We just want to help you out and help a lot of other people out. There's really no... It's colder in this spot. It was 38 right there. Compared to this spot, that's about... Oh no, I don't know. It just keeps jumping from 43 to like 39. It's saying like it's colder in this spot than directly in the middle. Yeah, directly in the middle it's 43 compared to the sides. Nick, you have anything to say on that?
Not really.
I mean, any scientific theory on that?
I don't know, it could be, we're not like completely level, like it's on a double slope kind of thing. So the only thing I can think of is like maybe there's a little bit more dew gathered there, like condensation from the grass and all that, or like kind of cooling down the air around it, because when it gets cold like this and then we have all that moisture around, makes it even colder.
Well, here, let's go ahead and check and see if there's actually moisture on it. I mean, this feels pretty dry. You want to just feel all around it, see if like there's any moisture on it at all.
It actually, like, it doesn't feel any colder. Like, it feels about the same. If anything, like this side feels colder.
Alright, well, you want to get this on video then? I'll point it back at the corners. Alright, so it's going to... Alright, you want to see it jumping? Can you see it on here? Go ahead and put it up to it. You see the 42? Okay, so I'm gonna move it over here. I want you to get that. It's at 37 right there. Or it was at 37. I'll move it back over here. Barbara, are you touching the sides of the headstone? Can you touch the middle for us? Let's see. If you can you touch the middle of your headstone right here? Touch right where that red light is for me. Alright, Barbara, we're going to ask you a few questions and see if you can talk to us. Alright, that little device I just laid on your headstone, it's called an EMF. What it does, it detects electrofrequencies, and it'll help you talk to us a little bit better. Now, what I want you to do is get near it or try and talk to us through that little device. I'm going to ask you questions, and if it's a yes, we'd like you to try and light that thing up to a red. It goes from green to red. Red's the highest. I'm going to unplug my EVP right here, which hears different sounds that we may not be able to hear with our own ears. So I'm going to unplug this, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. If you can tell us that through our EVP or tell us that through our EMF, we'd greatly appreciate it. Here we go. Now, Barbara,
You see the light? It's right there.
are you here with us tonight? If you are, can you please light that thing up for us? Or say something on our EVPs? Now, since this is a live EVP, we're going to ask a question and pause for a minute, and then we'll ask a couple more questions and do the same. Then we'll stop it and listen back to it. Do you miss your family? Kyle, you want to ask a question?
Can it be behalf of Dad?
Yeah, it's fine. If I would ask if she's okay with it first, but
How am I gonna know if she's gonna be
no,
okay with it?
just
Who did that to you?
if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. We just would like to know.
Maybe she wants to tell people, but she can't. So who hurt you, Barbara?
Joey, you got a question?
No.
Said no?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Nick, you want to ask anything?
I got nothing right now.
Okay. All right, Barbara. We're just going to ask a few questions about what happened to you. You don't have to answer them, as I said before, but we would really encourage you to, and we would like you to talk about it so that way nothing like this would ever happen again. And we can get your story out there more than what it already is. Now, do you know the person who hurt you? Or no? If you do you know his name or her name?
Let's listen to it.
I'm going to pause this for a second. You can light that EMF up if you'd like, but we're going to listen back to hear if you talk to us, all right? Do you miss your family?
What was that?
Yeah, I heard it too. Do you miss your family? I can't hear. I can't tell what it says.
We both heard it.
Do you miss your family? So we did our first live EVP session. We may have caught something, kind of sounded like a moan, but we're a little iffy on that. Can't really tell for sure until we actually get back and enhance the sound. So that's not marked as any evidence just yet. We're going to go ahead and do another EVP session, and then we'll do a spirit box. All right, Barbara.
You unplug it?
Yeah, I unplugged it. If you're here with us, I'd really like to try and talk to you on that EMF. If you could light it up at all you just have to do is be around it or touch it. And if you are trying to talk to us through the EVP, you just have to try a little bit harder because it's a little iffy what we heard, but alright, so let's see.
That EMF hasn't went off at all, has it?
No.
Is it on?
Is the light on?
It's like the light's been faint the whole time.
It's on.
Yeah, it means it's on.
Like you can see it just
Yeah.
barely there. That's how it's been. Like it hasn't changed at all.
Alright. Now, if you could tell us anything about the person who hurt you, anything at all that would help put this person away or help other people out, what would it be? Yeah. If you're here with us, this is a little bit of an easier way to talk to us. It goes through radio frequencies and it can pick up your voice through the white noise. Now I'm going to ask you some questions and cover it up. When I uncover it, if you would like to talk to us, you can talk to us then. Each of us will ask a question, and we'll do one final just quiet session, so that way you can say whatever you want to say to us before we leave. All right. Now, you never really gave us a clear answer on if you knew the person who hurt you or not. So that is my question. Do you know who hurt you? Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright. I'm sorry. Let me ask that again because I was focused on something else. Do you know who hurt you? Alright, think you got a question?
I know for the longest time it might have been frustrating to find answers without even an identity. Even by a small measure, are you at peace about what happened because of the fact that we now know your name?
That's a good one. I kind of heard something faintly in that, but I didn't make out what it said. We'll have to check that back on the EVP.
Well, I mean, like the thing with stuff like spirit boxes and things like that is like the brain, when it's confronted with sensory data and input that it doesn't understand, it fills in the gaps and looks for patterns so it can make sense of it, and so that it can lead to understand it. And I don't remember the exact vocabulary term for the phenomenon, but there's a definitive phenomenon to where like your brain will fill in those gaps by like making you hear things that you expect to hear, or see things that you want to see. Like you know what you're looking for, so you fill in the blanks, even subconsciously.
Yeah. And
something to keep in mind.
okay, so yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go back and look at that, both on the camera and on the EVP, just to kind of see what it was, if it was just white static or just bits of radio frequency, or if it was actually Barbara talking to us. All right, Kyle, your question.
I don't have one yet.
All right, Joey. Yeah, say one. Think of one. If you did have kids.
Obviously, she had kids.
Ask her what her kid's name.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
What was your kid's name?
Where were you found? Next to a
That was weird. It said a river.
Really?
Yeah, in the song it said a river, which I think there was a river around that area. That's
Yeah, we need to
that's
look
just
up
a coincidence.
ghost vision. We need to look up how to not get as much radio interference.
Yeah.
There's a
All
way
right.
I just need to do that.
Here's a way that we could test this. All right, so just to be clear, can you tell us one more time you were found by a... Alright, so this is our last thing that we want you to try and do. We're going to be quiet for a minute and just listen in through the spirit box. If there's anything you would like to tell us for your family, to tell people, to maybe save them from this type of situation, maybe the person who hurt you, anything you would like to say, this is your time. I think I heard something faint like a couple seconds back, but I'm just notating that on the EVP so we can go back and check. Move it over here. I want you to get that. It's at 37 right there. Or it was at 37. So we came here tonight to not only pay respects to Barbara, but also to at least tell the story of her, of this grisly murder. So nothing like this will ever happen again, and to prevent things like this. This was a terrible thing that happened to you, Barbara. You were young. You had your whole life ahead of you. But this is your purpose, to help other people in life. And we're here to help you do that. So I want to take a moment of silence for Barbara. our respects a little bit. This is my personal St. Christopher's medal that I will be leaving here tonight. Rest in peace, Barbara. Until next time, Night Watchers out.